A government overthrown in silence. No official declaration of war, no invasion, just whispers, money, and power. In 1953, something happened in Iran that would reshape the Middle East forever. A democratically elected leader removed, a king restored, and a nation changed.
To understand the coup, we must understand Iran, a country rich in history, culture, and most importantly, oil. By the early 20th century, Iran's vast oil reserves had become one of the most valuable resources in the world. But there was a problem. Iran did not fully control its own wealth. For decades, foreign powers, especially Britain, dominated the oil industry. Profits flowed out.
At the center of this story stood one man, Mohammad Mossadegh, a nationalist, a reformer, and a democratically elected prime minister. Mossadegh believed Iran should control its own destiny. And in 1951, he made a decision that shocked the world. He nationalized Iran's oil industry. No more foreign control, no more exploitation. For many Iranians, this was a moment of pride, a reclaiming of sovereignty. But for Britain, it was a direct threat.
Britain did not take this lightly. Their oil interests in Iran were massive. Losing control meant losing power and profit. So they responded, not with immediate force, but with pressure. Economic sanctions, blockades, isolation. Iran's economy began to suffer. Tensions grew. But Britain had another problem. They could not act alone, and so they turned to a new ally, the United States.
This was the era of the Cold War, a time when every political shift was viewed through one lens, communism versus the West. To American leaders, Mossadegh's actions created uncertainty. What if Iran became unstable? What if it fell under Soviet influence? What if the region shifted out of Western control? These fears, real or exaggerated, changed everything. What began as an economic dispute was now seen as a strategic threat, and so plans were made. Behind closed doors, a covert operation was designed. It would later become known as Operation Ajax, led by the Central Intelligence Agency and supported by MI6. The goal was simple: remove Mossadegh, restore control. But the method was anything but simple. This was not a battlefield operation. It was psychological, political, strategic. Money was used to influence key figures. Protests were organized. Chaos was manufactured. Public opinion manipulated. Iran was being pushed towards instability from within.
In August 1953, the plan was set in motion. At first, it failed. The Shah fled the country. Mossadegh remained in power. It seemed the operation had collapsed. But then, everything changed. A second wave of unrest swept through Tehran. Crowds filled the streets. Violence erupted. And this time, the balance shifted. Military forces turned. Mossadegh was arrested. And just like that, the government was gone.
With Mossadegh removed, Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi returned to power. But this was no longer the same Iran. The Shah ruled, but not with full trust from his people, because everyone knew his return had been engineered, backed by foreign powers, and that knowledge would not be forgotten.
The 1953 coup did not end conflict, it only delayed it. The anger, the humiliation, the sense of betrayal, all of it remained. And over the years, it built, until finally, in 1979, it exploded. The Iranian Revolution.
The coup of 1953 was not just a political event, it was a turning point, a moment that reshaped a nation's identity and redefined its relationship with the world. It showed that governments can be changed overnight, but trust, once broken, can last for generations. If you want more deep cinematic breakdowns of history's hidden moments, make sure you subscribe. This is Unseen Realities.